So earlier today I got the great opportunity to watch Pokemon Forever for the very first time, so let's talk about it.
You'll survive and you'll keep your dream alive. It's the battle frontier. Pokemon, be the best you can be and find your destiny. It's the master plan. The power's in your hand. Pokemon.
Hi, my name is Jack Small, and I started this channel because I was talking about animation way too much and annoying everybody. If you can relate to that, then please consider clicking that subscribe button down below. And it really helps the channel if you give it a like and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new videos when they drop. Okay, enough of the homage to Sean Chandler. His awesome channel will be in the description. Today we got Pokemon Forever, the fourth movie, as Pokemon Month continues to roll on. Now, let's get started right away, and we'll talk about the good first. And the best thing about this movie right off the bat is the Pokemon right here. I can't bring it up any further. Is the Pokemon right here, Celebi. Celebi is powerful, it's cute, and it really tugs at your heartstrings. Not to say that the other legendary down here, Suicune, or Suicune, however you pronounce that, isn't that cool either. It's also really, really cool. But the cool thing about this movie is that unlike some legendaries that we'll see later on that are just there to serve as a purpose of a plot, Celebi really feels like it was fleshed out, it's well developed, and it's a very, very cool Pokemon. I mean, not as cool as this little guy, but still pretty cool. The other big positive with this movie is its action is excellent. Along with mix that with its good animation, its good voice acting from 4Kids outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! And TMNT, which is surprising. Not saying that everyone's good, I'm just saying most of it is good. The villain's alright, and there weren't really any parts about it I outright didn't like, except for one that I'll get to in a minute. And with all that said, let's go ahead and move on into the mixed aspects of the movie. And the biggest mixed aspect for me going into this movie, well, not going into it, already finished watching it, is the villain, voiced by Dan Green. I believe it's Dan Green. I saw his name in the credits, but they didn't really say who he played. I'm guessing it was this guy, it was the villain of the movie. And he does a good job. Dan Green is a good voice actor. I mean, he's the voice of Yugi, Yomi, and Atem for a reason. But, I don't know, the villain he's playing here just feels cliche, by the books, by the numbers. We don't really learn much about him. They don't really take the time to flesh him out more. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just minor nitpicks, obviously. But, I don't know, it just feels weird to me. That and Team Rocket, as funny as they are, they don't really have much of a place in this movie, unlike in the first film when they played a pretty major role. This one, they kind of feel like they were thrown in there for comedy. Pretty basic. And also, my other big mixed aspect with this movie is that it didn't take full advantage of its beautiful forest setting. I mean, it is beautiful, they did a good job animating it, but they didn't really elaborate on the village. We didn't learn a lot of their names outside of two of the characters. And while we do spend a lot of time in the forest, it don't really take a lot of time to develop and take 100% potential of what they can do in a forest setting. At least not until the last few minutes when, I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say it actually does use the forest in a pretty good and interesting way. And then, with all that said, let's move on ahead to the bad. And there are two big problems with this movie. The first one is the character of Sam. Sam is bland, he's boring, he's uninteresting, and he just feels like a carbon copy of Ash, like almost to a T. And I don't know, he just seems very. I don't know. Sam was just a bad, boring character that thankfully we never see again. But the big nitpick, the big bad thing I can say about this movie is that, outside of its instrumental score, its music is atrocious. It uses a terrible, and I mean god awful, um version of the Pokemon theme song for the credits. And the original Pokemon theme song is one of the most beloved theme songs in the world. Like not just animation, like in entirety of television. So for you to use that classic theme and then destroy it with terrible EDM production mixed with a bass turned up to 11 and feeling way too hard trying to be hip and edgy with this new decade. This came out in 2001, by the way. I believe it was 2001. It was either 2001 or 1999. It was one of those two. It's very close. But I don't know. I just was not. I hated the theme in this movie. The theme that they used was really bad. However, it makes up for it by actually being emotionally gripping, good animation. Celebi is a great choice for a legendary. I wish we saw Suicune more, but he works for how he is. The villain's okay, the animation's good, the action is great. And I didn't feel like I wasted my time. I feel like I had a very good time watching this movie. So you know what? Final verdict's an 8 out of 10. It's above 2003, and I think it's one of the better movies I have seen thus far in this franchise. And if you guys agree or disagree, feel free to put it down in the comments below. And like I said, if you like the content that you see, think of clicking that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Jackson Love Animation Station, and I'll see you in the next video. Sorry, I couldn't find the button for a second. Anywho, see you in the next review.